This week I read an article in the New York Times about a small town in Indiana called Madison, Indiana. The article focused on the opiate crisis that was hitting Madison. It was talking about the impact it had on the young people's life, both in high school and young adults, students and young adults who were taking their lives. Um, Suicide is a major issue, as well as just the impact of what it means to be addicted to opiates and how it impacts the lives of those around them. But in the story, there was quite a focus on the football coach of Madison and the take he was having in his life to try to impact the lives of these football players and the kids around him, trying to save whoever he could. And he could tell stories of young people who had got caught up in the opiate crisis and had left his program. But there were many that were still part of his program that he continued to work in their lives, trying to impact it. And it made me focus on our impact as educators. Wow, you as educators make a difference in young people's lives. You're one of the few people who touch that many lives. Maybe we'll touch a few hundred, maybe, or a few dozen, but the thousands that go through your classroom by the time you have retired and the lives that you've impacted and the way we can impact them. The word of encouragement, a hug, a handshake, how do you do, or how was your weekend, or going to one of their ball games, just being a part of who they are. You know, from the time they enter the door, giving them a high five, welcoming them in to when they walk into your classroom, and just letting them know that you care, that you love them. They need that. They need that encouragement because many of them aren't getting it at home or even amongst their friends. They doubt who they are. They lack purpose, sometimes hope. They have very little peace in their lives. And that's something as educators, particularly Christian educators, that we have, that God has granted to us. He's breathed His Spirit upon us to be able to have that, to have peace within us. And we ought to be able to share that with others. And so I want to just thank you for fighting the fight. Thank you for being there for the kids. They need you. Don't quit. Don't give up. You don't know what you've done to impact some people's life. They don't all come back to you and say, well, thank you for what you did. But the love that you showed them when they were in that classroom, when they were in that hallway, when they were in that office, when they were on that court or in that field or in that gymnasium, whatever it may be, you don't know the seeds that you've planted. So keep doing it. Keep going out there. Keep loving them. And keep exemplifying who Christ is through your life. Thank you.